Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. I'm Annie and in this video, I'm going to share with you something super important, something that is going to help you a lot. I'm going to share with you 10 rules to crack any interview. Yes, you heard that right, any interview. So in this video, I'm going to basically share 10 rules. 5 of them are pre-interview rules, something that has to do with your mindset, with your preparation, something that you would focus on before the interview. And then the next 5 rules will be for during the interview. I believe that 70% of any interview actually takes place here. What is going in your mind? If you're confident, if you're not confident, if you feel like, I don't deserve this job, I'm not well prepared, I'm not well qualified, it is going to reflect in your answers, it is going to show on your face, in your body language. So 70% of the interview actually takes place in your mind, and whatever is going on in your head is going to reflect in your answers. That is why it is very important to prepare your mind and have a proper mindset before giving the interview. Let's start with the pre-interview tips. The first rule is really prepare for your interview. Well, that's so obvious, duh Annie, we prepare for our interviews. Really? But do you really prepare? What do you mean by when you prepare for your interview? Do you search the commonly asked questions? Do you prepare the answers for such questions? What do you do when you prepare for your interview? Well, obviously, we are not going to know the exact questions that might be asked in the interview, but there are a ton of generic questions and some commonly asked questions that you should be prepared for. Questions such as, tell me about yourself, or what are your strengths, what are your weaknesses, why should we hire you, what are your skills. The answers to this should be prepared. Questions like tell me about yourself or introduce yourself, you should be able to rock those answers. And if you have to think about those answers, then you haven't really prepared, have you? Use the internet. You use the internet for so many unnecessary things, but you don't actually use it when it is required. Use ChatGPT. Just type a prompt such as, for example, I am applying for a post of XYZ, suggest some commonly asked questions, or take a mock interview. You can get so many questions that might be asked in your interview. So when you say I am prepared for my interview, that means you must have researched about the commonly asked questions and the questions that might be asked in your interview. Otherwise, you're not prepared. Honestly, you're not prepared. Second, research about the company and the role that you are applying for. If you don't research about the company and the role and the requirements, it just shows that you don't want the job. You are not bothered to even, look it up. The efforts that you take to research the role really shows in your answers, in your confidence, as well as the interviewer might, take you up on it. And when you research about this role, alter your answers based on the job requirement. What I mean by this is, for example, what are your strengths or what are your skills? If you have already read up on that role, these are the strengths, these are the skills that are required for the job. So that should be there in your answer. It's that simple. You must research about the company and about the role that you are applying for. Pre-interview preparation is very, very necessary. The third rule is to dress up. Yes, when I say dress up, actually dress up. Be prepared, look presentable. You are going to be judged a lot on your appearance. Like, of course, we say you shouldn't judge anybody, by their appearance, but you are literally called there to be judged. So take effort in your dressing, in your clothing, and dress up a little, okay? Take some effort. For men, that would be wearing a formal shirt or a t-shirt. I would suggest you that if you are wearing a t-shirt, don't wear anything that has, any image on it, any quote on it, any graphic on it. Make sure that you're wearing a plain t-shirt, a solid colored t-shirt, or in the best case scenario, you can wear a shirt. You can wear a white colored shirt, a black colored shirt. You're going to look amazing if you wear a black colored shirt or even a blue shirt. These all are kind of neutral and formal colors. You can really look professional if you, dress up like this. You can wear trousers and formal shoes. You can wear a watch. You can make sure that you get your hair done properly, you trim your beard, or shave, so that put some effort in your appearance. It is really going to show how much effort you have taken, and it's good that you look good, right? We feel confident when we know that we look good, so it is going to boost your confidence also. And one thing I want to say is that if you are, whatever you are wearing, your shirt, your t-shirt, it should not have wrinkles on it. Please iron your clothes, iron that shirt, iron your trousers. Don't wear anything that has wrinkles on it. It's really off-putting and it's going to make you look unprofessional. For women also, I would suggest you to wear formal clothing. One tip I would give you is don't wear jeans or the denim. It is not a formal attire, both for men as well as women. Go for trousers, go for skirts, but don't wear jeans, don't wear denim. That is not a formal attire. One tip for women I can give is whatever you choose to wear, make sure that it is formal and appropriate, and don't do a lot of makeup. Like, of course you will put some effort, you will do makeup, but what I mean is don't do loud makeup. Don't have a bold eye color or bold lip color or those fake lashes. It's not going to suit the professional setting. So make sure that you look good, but minimally. Don't go out loud with your makeup and put sparkles and glitters or whatever. Accessorize, wear a watch. It is really going to look very good. So make sure that you put some effort in your clothing before the interview so that you look your best and you feel your best. Fourth tip is very important. Don't be on time. Yes, you heard that right. Don't be on time. Being on time means reaching there on time, right? If your interview starts at 8:30, you are going there at 8:30. What is going to happen is, when you reach there, you are already feeling nervous and you won't have any time to calm down. You must have some time to sit, prepare your documentations and relax a little. So be early. Don't be on time. Be in time. Go at least 20 minutes early to your interview so that you have the time to sit and relax and prepare your mind a little bit. Don't be on time. Go in time. Fifth pre-interview tip is something for your nervousness. Now, once you've got there and you're waiting and you're supposed to go in the cabin, you feel nervous, you feel very scared. I'm sure that you must feel this, tingling sensation. You're very scared. But try to put your mindset to saying, I am not nervous, I am excited. See, our brain doesn't understand the difference between nervousness and excitement. It releases the same hormone in both the situation. So if you trick your brain into saying that I'm not nervous, I'm excited, it is really going to calm your nerves down. And remember to be calm during the interview and before the interview, because if you are constantly thinking, will I get the job, what will I answer, what will happen, you are not going to be fully present during the interview. So make sure that you turn off your overthinking brain for the duration of your interview. Okay, so now you've come to the part 2 of the video, which is the tips for during the interview. First tip is mind your body language. You make sure that you are presentable, your body language is presentable at all times. See, the interview does not start when you enter the cabin. The interview starts as soon as you enter the organization. There are people who might be seeing you, judging you, noticing you. So make sure that as soon as you set foot into the organization, you are having a proper body language. Stand straight, sit straight. Even if you're waiting, have a smile, sit properly. This is going to show a lot of grace and personality. So make sure that you focus on your body language, not only in the cabin but outside also. Be polite. Ask for permission. When you are entering the cabin, ask for permission. May I come in? When you are, about to sit, may I have a seat? Please be polite. This will set you apart from the other candidates. Make sure to have a genuine smile and be polite. Second tip for while answering the questions. So now you are in an interview, the questions are being asked and you're answering. Be straightforward and honest with your answers. Be honest. If you don't know the answer to anything, Don't try to make up an answer. Just say that currently I don't have the knowledge for this. Currently I don't know, but I will research about it and get back to you. There's no harm in admitting that, you don't know. Of course, a person cannot know everything in the world, right? So it's okay if you don't know the answer to something. But what matters is how you react in that situation. The interview is not taking place to judge or test your knowledge. It is taking place to see how you react in difficult situations. So make sure to be honest about every answer that you give. Don't be overconfident with your answers. Be confident, but don't be overconfident. I can do this job very well and I think I'm a perfect fit for this organization. That is confidence. There's nobody who can do this job better than me. That is overconfidence. Make sure that you are not overconfident. It is really off-putting and it can, lower your chances of getting hired. Don't badmouth your previous employee. Whatever the reason is, why you left your job, whatever the reason is, my boss was very rude, the environment was toxic, the salary was shit. Don't say all of these things. Don't say anything bad about your previous employer. This is a big no. Don't say anything bad about your previous company or your colleagues or even your employers. Don't say anything bad. And most importantly, don't show over-eagerness. Don't show over-eagerness like, I really need this job, please give me this job. No. Even if you really need it, it is not something that we are going to show, right? We are going to be confident with our answers and we are going to let them know our worth. Don't be very eager that, please give me this job. Because if you're very eager, it might also come off as a negative way that you are eager for this job because you did not get hired anywhere else. So it can also come off in a negative way. So don't be over eager. Don't show that this is the only job that you've got or this is your only option. Don't be over eager. Be laid back, be confident, give your answers properly, but don't be over excited, over eager. Yes sir, please sir. Okay, don't do that. Coming to the most important part of your interview, salary negotiations. Now for this, golden rule is never bring up the subject of salary by yourself. Of course, you are there for the interview. The employer or the interviewer will bring up that subject, but you yourself will not bring the subject of salary in the interview. Firstly, research about the average salary for that position and have a fixed number in your mind. Don't just go in the interview ready to accept whatever amount they would say. Have a fixed number, a fixed budget in your head. This is very important. Secondly, whenever you are phrasing how much do you want or what do you expect, don't use the word give me or something that they would do to you. Okay, don't use this phrase that please give me 40k, 50k, whatever. Say I expect 40k or 50k for this position, whatever I expect. That is going to put you in a more assertive position. They are not doing a favor on you by paying you, right? You are giving your worth, you are giving your time, and that is why you must get something in return, your compensation. So be very clear with it and be very confident when you quote your amount. If you are a little bit also hesitant about that amount that you have said, the interviewer is going to understand and think that maybe you are not that qualified. That is why you are hesitating. Say it with the utmost confidence that for this role and for what I'm worth, I expect this and this amount. Okay, be very confident to quote whatever you expect. And remember, if they don't oblige or if they don't agree with the said amount, remember that every company has a limited or a fixed budget for XYZ role. So for example, if you are applying for a role of maybe graphic designer, that company has a fixed salary. For example, 40k, 50k. They cannot pay you more than that. No matter how much experience you have, no matter how much expertise you have, no matter how educated you are, how qualified you are, no matter who the person is, their budget is 50k. So they will not give you more than that, right? So every role has a fixed budget. So for example, the budget is 50K. Okay, you must get the entire 50K. Don't sell yourself short. For example, if you quote a certain amount and they are not willing, you can use this phrase such as, I understand that there's a budget for this role. Will you please help me with the maximum you can do, or something like that. And be very confident when you are demanding your salary or you are stating the quotation. If you have the proper confidence, the proper skills, obviously they'll pay you. Why won't they? Anybody would pay you. And ask for that money, ask for that salary, whatever you want. You are worth it. Just make sure you ask it with confidence. Of course they'll give you. If you have that confidence, if you have that aura, of course they'll give you. But you have to be confident first. You have to be confident. Don't hesitate or limit yourself or think negatively about yourself. You are called there for an interview for a reason, because they liked your resume, because they liked your experience. So make sure that you demand what you are worth and say it with utmost confidence. Fourthly, don't overshare. Don't overshare about, your previous job, your hobbies, your skills. Don't overshare, because the less you talk, the more captivating or interesting you will sound. Okay, so don't overshare, but don't be boring also that you're not talking anything. Don't overshare. A lot of people have the habit of oversharing things or talking too much about themselves, so don't do that. And fifth rule is, when your interview is done, let it be done. Don't spend too much time thinking about, oh, I should have done this, I should have said this. Don't do that. It's done. Let it be done. There are so many times where I feel that after recording a video, I could have said this. Arey, main ye bol sakti thi. While teaching, after any class, I feel that, oh, I should have thought about this, I should have spoken this. But don't do that. Once your interview is done, it's done. That's fine. Don't overthink about it. Remember, your efforts are up to you. The results are not up to you, but your efforts are up to you. So give your 100%, do the effort, and the result will be there. And if you don't get the desired outcome, the desired result, it's okay. Maybe there's something better, waiting for you. So give your effort, do your best, but don't be hung up on the results. And that was it. That is my tips for a good interview, how you can crack any interview. If you like this video, please give me a thumbs up. It really helps me out. And don't forget to subscribe. Bye guys.